What's up, collectors and pop culture fanatics? Welcome back to the channel for another Hot Toys review. I am so excited for this one. I've actually been waiting a pretty good long time for this, so I'm very happy to have it. I'm super stoked. I couldn't wait any longer to do this review. I'm so happy. Please stay tuned. Also, boom, as you guys could see from the thumbnail, I finally got in my custom hoodie for the channel. Now, this is not official merch, I guess, because I don't feel like I have the following for that. But if for some crazy reason you would like to wear something that's TJ Toy Hunts, I would gladly make something. Just comment, message, whatever. That'd be awesome. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. This is Ahsoka Tano from Hot Toys. And there it is. The amazing Ahsoka Tano TMS021 1/6 scale collectible figure from Hot Toys. This figure is just absolutely mind-blowing. So I expected a lot from this, but I didn't expect this much. So this is obviously the box that you get with the figure. This is before opening it up for all the contents. Now, complete transparency, again, same as Luke Skywalker and his snow speeder stuff. I did take her out. I have messed with her a little bit. It just makes it a little better for the review. It is nice to get a first impression on the unboxing, but, you know, still, this is what you get when you first open the box. This is the artwork that they chose to go with, which I think is beautiful. The lit up lightsabers are a little bit of misleading because some of these have light up hands that you can put in. She does not have those, and I will explain why here soon. But this is what you get once you open the box. Now, Ahsoka Tano herself is not in there, and there are a couple of accessories missing because I have her set up and ready to go. So we are going to get the accessories out and check it real quick. Okay, as you can see, she does not come with a ton of accessories, but we do have her different hands here. Got a couple of open palm hands, one of those like, ooh, Jedi hands, closed fist hand, one of the kind of grabbing hands where she could hold the thermal detonator, and then these hands would also be good for either side, left or right, to hold the holographic communicator. And she comes with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Master Yoda. So these are all fantastic accessories. Like I said, the thermal detonator. You get the two lightsabers, which, you know, if you know Ahsoka Tano, you see that she has two different ones. One is smaller than the other, and that is just how it is. So you can see a significant size difference in those two. One of them is definitely shorter and also thinner. They do have those pieces there to hook on her belt, I believe. I haven't tried that yet, but I want to try that because I think that that would be really cool if it could happen that way. Of course, the swishy blades there, and this piece, if you're not familiar with Hot Toys, this is a very cool piece to have because it means the eyeballs move on the figure. That's correct. You can take her face off and move her eyes around. It does have the Hot Toy logo right there in the middle, so you know it's legit. Let's get the figure herself out and check it out. Oof. I know what you're thinking. Is this in fact an action figure? Yes, it most certainly is. She looks fantastic. So there's many reasons I love this figure. I'm going to go over a couple of them, but just the aesthetic of the whole thing is just absolutely breathtaking. I love Ahsoka Tano to begin with, and this just makes me love her more. There's a little weird flash there, sorry. She's just, the presence that this figure holds is so nice. I'm going to get into close-ups and all that, so yeah, I love it. A couple of very cool things about this figure is the fact that her eyes move. Her, these, what are these called? The things. Her things, they can move. I'll think of it in a minute. Montrals, thank you. Her montrals move. They're like that rubbery, stretchy kind of material, but you can't bend them too much. You don't want to risk breaking or stretching anything too much. Her forearms, her whole upper torso is actually a rubbery material, so there is metal wiring in the body. So just like one of those older Thor figures where it's a seamless figure, with that you do risk the metal popping out of the back if you just go hard with it. So definitely keep that in mind. You don't want to go too much. You don't want to risk messing this beautiful figure up. Now, her face is actually sculpted, obviously. That's just how they do it. So she has a wonderfully sculpted face. Her eyes move, like I said, and this cloak does come off. It has a wire in it, so you can literally do whatever you want with it. It's amazing. And when I first took her out, I was a little nervous because I saw this little bits right here where it's kind of like worn and a little bit of fabric pieces coming out, and then this was worn. I was like, oh yeah, it's Clone Wars Ahsoka. Duh, she's going to be battle damaged. So you can see, like, all the way through here, she has that. And then you can carefully, hang on, carefully pop her head off, and you have the Ahsoka head here, which is just, just the colors, they pop. It's not a super duper solid color, so it has a little bit of freckling throughout, which makes it look a little more realistic. Then from here, you're going to just pull straight out. There's a magnet that holds this in place. Also, it's very tight around the corners, so it doesn't fall out easily. And in here you have the places you can move her eyes. With this little tool, you can either use that side or use this side. This side isn't very helpful when it comes to this because just the angling, you can see how it's pretty deep in there. So I just turned her around, put it in this way, and kind of moved it. And it does, the eyes are a little bit looser than I like, so it does make it very difficult to get them exactly right. And that is one of the things you definitely need to pay attention to with these figures, is you have to get it just right. Otherwise, it just doesn't look right. So, it's beautiful. Alright, so this is the head, obviously, and you can stick it back into here. And there's a little divot right there where the top of her headpiece goes. And you push in it, and this gives me a lot of hope for other Twi'leks, such as Hera. I would love to have a Hera figure. That would be great. I would love to have all the Rebels, in fact. I think that would be amazing. But, as I said, this is all rubber, so you have to be very careful not to mess too much. Definitely don't want to risk breaking that. Her chest, shoulders, abs, back, every bit of the upper torso is just that nice rubber material that Hot Toys is known for as far as giving us a seamless body. Now, again, the only bad issue you run into with this kind of stuff is the fact that over time it is possible to run into creasing in the joints where it's like bent at. But it is what it is. You risk that with anything of this material, just like the Indoor Luke, or Indoor Leia they came out with, excuse me. It's worth having. I think it is very well worth the money. I love this figure. I have, I think, 25 Hot Toys now and over 30 6-scale figures altogether. And she is just blowing me away. I think that this is definitely one of those 1 in a million figures that you get and you're like, holy crap, this is incredible. So this piece to go back on, you actually have to get it to go over that, which this is like a little elastic. So it's not too difficult. It's just a matter of being very careful so you don't mess anything up. And that slides up her forearm, and there you have it. So now you have that all set up, and it just, I love it. This is a very thin material. You want to be careful with that. When you are posing her, it's fine, and back here they did make it to where her armor is on that little bit of thin fabric, so it does move with it, as you can see, so it makes it really nice and easy to work with. And there is also that cutout right there, so it doesn't interfere with that piece. Very, very, very happy with this. I think that this is one of my absolute favorite figures. Just, I can say it over and over. Sorry, this is very exciting to have this one finally. You do have the cloak, which does snap right there. It does have a little bit of protective sleeve of white so that nothing will rub off on the back here. And the hood does bend. It has a wire going this way, has wires going this way, and it has wires throughout the sides. Unfortunately, there are no wires throughout the bottom part of this, but you have a wire on either side going all the way up to here. So it gives you so much movement that you really don't need wires at the very bottom. So what I did, if you are curious how to get this on here, or how I got this on here, I just snapped it into place. I bring it down over her like this, and I decided to have her hood down, unlike what they have in the photo there. I like it down, it just looks better. Her face and montrals are just way too nice to not show off. So, push it down, hold it down in the back, get her head on, and I have to do this off camera because I have to kind of push down a little bit at a very distinct angle, which is pretty much just straight down. There we go. So I don't mess anything up there. I'm not saying it's easy to mess up, but it doesn't mess it up. Alright everybody, there you have it. That is my full review of the 1/6 scale Ahsoka Tano Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano from Hot Toys TMS021. Highly, highly, highly recommended figure. Absolutely beautiful. Everything about it is amazing. And it's just, the presence in the shelf is amazing. So, the next Hot Toys review we'll be doing is the Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker. I actually got Ahsoka and Anakin from the Clone Wars in on the very same day, surprisingly. I was very happy about that. You just can't beat that. They go perfect together. It was just incredible how that happened. But that is Ahsoka Tano. I give her a 10 out of 10. I think she's fantastic. I can't say it enough. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate the support. Please like, share, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, share it with a friend. Give it a thumbs up. Whatever you do is greatly appreciated. Even just watching the video for the views. Thank you guys so much. And tune in next Monday. We will have another video. Thank you. And remember, collect what you love.